Yo, guys, happy Monday, happy June, and it's FG. We're doing a crypto update here. So, this is not financial advice. I don't want anyone to necessarily copy me in what I'm doing. Most of the people who watch my videos are my peers. They're my equals, my traders in the FG Discord. And so, it's my duty to come out and share my thoughts on what I see. And it's up to you guys to do your own research and formulate your own conclusions. But couple interesting things in the market. This James Wynn guy, I believe he was begging for money. Crazy how this guy is entering these massive trades, losing them, and then begging for money. I don't think that that's very respectful, but I hope he makes his money back, but also congrats to everyone who's been winning while he's been losing. But we look at Bitcoin, guys, and we have a weekly leapfrog here. So potentially, if we can gain traction over that orange VWAP here, the weekly VWAP that just spawned, there is this gap up to the previous week to date, which I really like. So still very sloped down. See the slopeness of that new weekly VWAP. So very, very sloped down. But we do seem to be holding on the May VWAP for now. Now, if the May VWAP gets lost, that previous month to date VWAP, things look a little bit more concerning. We got this big void down here, all the way down to an important VWAP cluster, the year-to-date and the quarter-2 VWAP. So we've got both quarters VWAPs down here at this 96K region, and we'll just have to see if that wants to be tested. We're basically right at that level, guys, where to make a guess either way, it could break out either way. This is the critical inflection zone at this May VWAP. Is sell in May going to click online, or are we going to get a bounce here and take out these early shorters? Personally, I am erring on the side of wiping out early shorters. I think that we'll get at least this weekly leapfrog up to 107K, and we might go up from there. And as you guys know, I am planning to kind of be bearish if we do come back up to these highs. So if we go on the CME chart on Bitcoin, you can see that there is a gap right here at around 110K, interestingly enough. That was never filled there. So that could be an interest zone if the weekly leapfrog does pan out, and this does bottom out here, and we do get a pop up, and then continuation. There's that gap right there. So yeah, it's kind of a sensitive video. It could go either way because we're right on that inflection point, but just know that if we can somehow dig out of here, gain some traction on the week to date VWAP, there is actually a nice pump kind of move, 2% here for Bitcoin. But if not, then we're getting shit on here. One coin I'm really liking is Sui. So Sui, right out the gate around its new June VWAP, is gaining some sideways traction here. There's a zone underneath this this support right here that I'm a little weary about. I hope the price doesn't go down there. But it is holding over the week-to-date VWAP nicely for now. It has a really nice gap up to the previous week-to-date. And there's actually a monthly leapfrog right now. So check it out, guys. So a new month spawned. And it may, once you go sideways and up, back up to the previous month-to-date VWAP. So I'm really hoping for this move on SWI. Could happen, could not, but we want that new week-to-date VWAP to kind of flatten out, eventually start sloping up for us, and we want that to remain support. Otherwise, this breakout idea kind of falls by the wayside. We got to hold the June VWAP here and hold this slightly upward / sideways kind of trend on SUI. Ethereum, looking like it's already kind of halfway through its weekly leapfrog. So Ethereum has been continuously almost overperforming compared to other cryptos. You can see that it's holding its Fed VWAP, little manipulation below, but ultimately it's been holding the VWAP from the FOMC meeting. So unless this level is lost, this kind of VWAP net of supports, which includes the Fed VWAP, the week to date VWAP, and the month to date, unless this level holds, I'm going to be pretty hopeful on ETH to come back up here to that previous week to date VWAP. As for XRP, you've got another big monthly gap here as well. So you got the weekly gap up to the week to date here at around 220. There's your first target. But if we can get a sustained move, we return back to that May VWAP all the way up here. That's a big move right there. So check this out, guys. So Ethereum, look at the May VWAP down below on Ethereum, the teal line. But when we look at SUI, it's way up here. When we look at XRP, it's way up here. Fartcoin, pretty high up there too. So what I'm seeing here, guys, is if a weekly leapfrog pans out across these cryptos, it's crazy that we've got a bullish weekly and monthly leapfrog play stacked up in a bull market. This doesn't happen very often. So this should be bullish. Good things should happen from these levels, but if not, that's very telling. So that's kind of my read for the market today. Smash the like if you like this video, guys. Hopefully these levels hold. Hopefully we can recover, wipe out these early shorters, and you guys have a good one.